Ayatollah Khamenei has reportedly handed over a significant share of his authority to the Revolutionary Guard Supreme Council. What more can you tell us about this?
Well, the government of the Islamic Republic is at once a parallel structure and it's at once a very hierarchical structure. No doubt after the decapitation or deracination of lots of Iran's military elite, they're going to want to try to find a way to rebalance and try to keep responding against Israel. But no doubt the supreme leader is a title meant to be taken rather literally. But he is an individual that is 86 years old, that is highly ideological in his enmity and hatred of Israel and America. So that certainly clouds much of his judgment. The Revolutionary Guard is very much cut from the same cloth, so certainly no better there. But I just think it's just a sign of the times that there's different elements of the regime trying to do different things.
I want to talk to you about the posts that you mentioned earlier. Donald Trump says that we know where the Supreme Leader is hiding. He wrote on X, "We know exactly where the so-called Supreme Leader is hiding. He is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him out, at least not for now. But we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers, and our patience is wearing thin." Now, Ayatollah Khamenei says that the battle begins. In a post, he followed up that we will show no mercy to the Zionists, or we will show the Zionists no mercy, rather. So what sort of impact do these messages have?
Well, they're designed to respond to one another, but more broadly, again, this is Khamenei kind of projecting. At this point in time, Khamenei remains the longest-running autocrat in contemporary Middle Eastern history. Again, he's an 86-year-old individual who's holding hostage a nation of 88 million people, many of whom actually despise his views and have a fundamentally different conception of what is and is not in the Iranian national interest. But between Trump and Khamenei, there's a whole world of difference. And both of these leaders are looking to use public messaging to try to bolster their deterrence. But beyond that, they're very different messages.
Okay, and Iran has banned government officials from using mobile phones and other devices amid concerns growing inside Tehran that Israel is using the phones to track and target the country's leader. Do you have any more insight on that?
Well, you've also seen, in addition to the statements about limiting the phone use and limiting the digital footprint of not just what's left, again, of the political and military elite, but also of their physical security, to try to move them into a more kind of beta, proto, non-electronic state to make it harder for them to be traced digitally and on cyberspace. You're seeing that being merged with rolling internet blackouts in some cities and some towns, which I think could be a dress rehearsal for what we saw back in November 2019 as well, which is to limit and control the information environment available to the Iranians, because even in the middle of a shooting war, the government of the Islamic Republic fears its own people more than it even fears foreign bombs.
Ben Taliblu, Senior Director of FDD's Iran Program, thank you so much for speaking to us on Power Hour.